We cannot give what we have not got. The greatest mistake is to think you are too strong to fall into temptation. Put your finger in the fire and it will burn. So we have to go through the fire. I think I'm more difficult than critical. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. We fear the future because we are wasting today. In order to keep the lamp burning, you have to keep putting the oil in it. We, the willing, led by the unknown, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much with so little for so long. We are now qualified to do anything with nothing. One of the greatest diseases is to be nobody to anybody. If you are humble, nothing will touch you. Neither praise nor disgrace, because you know what you are. It is a poverty to decide that a child must die so that you may live as you wish. He who faultless does not care for the opinion of others. When you don't have anything, then you have everything. We learn humility through accepting humiliations cheerfully. Being unwanted is the biggest disease in the world. I never get mixed up in what governments should or should not do. Instead of spending time on those questions, I say, let me do something now. And whatever you did to the last of my brethren, you did it to me. Loneliness and a feeling of being unwanted is the most terrible poverty. I fear just one thing: money. Greed was what motivated Judas to sell Jesus. Sometimes a good feeling from inside is worth much more than a beautician. Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. The hunger for love is much more difficult to remove than the hunger for bread. I have found the paradox that if you love until it hurts, there can be no more hurt until only more love. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. How can there be too many children? That is like saying there are too many flowers. Keep the corners of your mouth turned up. Speak in a low, persuasive tone. Listen, be teachable. Laugh at good stories and learn to tell them. For as long as you are green, you can grow. Please choose the way of peace. In the short term, there may be winners and losers in this war that we all dread. But that never can or never will justify the suffering, pain, and loss of life your weapons will cause. In the developed countries, there is a poverty of intimacy, a poverty of spirit, of loneliness, of lack of love. There is no greater sickness in the world today than that one. Let us touch the dying, the poor, the lonely and the unwanted according to the graces we have received, and let us not be ashamed or slow to do the humble work. We must never forget that we are bound toward perfection and should aim ceaselessly at it. If we want a love message to be heard, it has got to be sent out. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. Do not wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. I never look at the masses as my responsibility. I look at the individual. I can love only one person at a time. I can feed only one person at a time. Just one. We must never be afraid to be a sign of contradiction for the world. Silence is prayer. Prayer is faith. Faith is love. Love is service. The fruit of service is peace. We must not be surprised when we hear of murders, killings, of wars, or of hatred. If a mother can kill her own child, what is left but for us to kill each other? There is light in this world, a healing spirit more powerful than any darkness may have encountered. The trees, the flowers, the plants grow in silence. The stars, the sun, the moon move in silence. Silence gives us a new perspective. There are many people who can do big things, but there are very few people who will do the small things. I can do things you cannot. You can do things I cannot. Together, we can do great things. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the world the best you've got anyway. We know only too well that what we are doing is nothing more than a drop in the ocean. But if we drop, we're not there. But if the drop were not there, the ocean would be missing something. What you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Build it anyway. Doctors can heal the body, but it is music that uplifts the spirit. Never travel faster than your guardian angel can fly. If I look at the mass, I will never act. As for me, the silence and the emptiness is so great that I look and do not see, listen and do not hear. The tongue moves but does not speak. I want you to pray for me, that I let him have free hand. I must be willing to give whatever it takes to do good to others. This requires that I be willing to give until it hurts. Otherwise, there is no true love in me, and I bring injustice, not peace, to those around me. If you judge people, you have no time to love them. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow has not come. We have only today. Be faithful in small things, because it is in them that your strength lies. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. We ourselves feel that what we are doing is just a drop in the ocean, but the ocean would be less because of that missing drop.